Okay, we're going to have a quick run through these Aurora numbers year over year. So number of sales across all home types a year ago in Aurora was 69. June 23, we were 85 total sales, and that's across, again, all home types. So it's condos and semis and towns and links and everything else. July 23, we had a retraction in the amount of sales down to 66. Average sale price across all home types a year ago in Aurora was $1,466,000. In June 23, $1,399,000. So yes, a reduction year over year. And we've seen a further retreat in July 23 to $1,297,000. Now you have to consider in a place like Aurora that the average sale price does get pulled around. Well, in all markets, it does get pulled around by predominantly what's selling. But what I was meaning to say was in a place like Aurora, you have farms, horse farms, you have, tight high density condos and townhouses. So I mean, there's lots of multi-million dollar properties as well. So depending on what's predominantly selling, it's going to really pull that number around, especially in a place like Aurora, given the population and the variance in the types of properties. So I wouldn't pay as much attention to that. If you look at like Newmarket, Stouffville, the average sale price has still actually gone up year over year. So again, still affected by, what's predominantly selling. The SNLR is how we determine whether it's a buyer's or seller's market. Aurora actually not doing too bad currently, but if we look at a year ago, 39.4% of the homes that came on the market in Aurora sold. Pardon me. In June 23, 55% of the homes that came on the market sold, currently trending at 50. Now, 50% would tell us that we're in a balanced market. There's enough supply to meet demand. And anything under 50% would be an indicator of a buyer's market. Anything over 60% would be an indicator of a seller's market. Months of inventory remaining tells us that if no other homes came on the market after today at the current rate of consumption or the current rate of buying, how long would it take to deplete the inventory? So 2.7 months of inventory in Aurora a year ago, 1.4 months of inventory in July 23, currently trending at 2.1 months of inventory. So not a ton of inventory there. Again, not as high as what we're seeing in some of the adjacent towns. Sale price to list price ratio a year ago in Aurora was 98% of asking, 106% in June 23. And as you know, I do have a bit of a pet peeve with this because there's predominantly been the underpricing of homes. So you have a home that's listed at $799,000, but everybody knows it's going to sell at $1 million. And so that's obviously going to skew that number. The current trend is 101%. So homes still selling over asking. What we're seeing in the market right now is that we are starting to see offer presentation dates not work out, so fail, and then homes being relisted for a bigger and more intentional price. That is sort of what we're seeing at this point. Days on market to get a home sold, 17 a year ago, 12 in June, currently trending at 14. Now, this is only telling us how long it took to get the home sold under that current listing, because you might scratch your head and go, wow, I've seen this house on my street listed for 2 years, and how is it only selling, or the average is only 14 days? Well, that's exactly why, because it only tracks that specific listing that got that home sold. If you have any questions about how this information relates to your Aurora house, or if you'd like a copy of my seller checklist, feel free to reach out to me and I'll get that over to you.